Hi, good morning. The presentation which the P department has done should start off a spark in your own mind to know a little more. I'm certain with their presentation you all have found that there are things that you didn't know about Baba Sahib. He is one of the great leaders. Now, similarly, if you look at the PYP exhibition, that went off very well because a similar kind of effort may be nowhere compared to the gigantic effort that Baba Sahib had done for the country, but he did it selflessly. What are those qualities that we can imbibe into the children, which were the hallmark of, let's say, the PYP exhibition? So congratulations to the head, the coordinators, and each one of your members, and supported by the rest of the heads, the coordinators, and every member of the support teams. That's what we are supposed to. That's what Baba Ambedkar stood for. That it is not, which used to be the ancient time, that your role in the society was left by the job that you do. And some were outcast and some were kept right on top. So the discrimination started off. Now, how do you and I learn from this lesson of Baba Sahib, a great, honorable, and most importantly, purified person? That is showed it to him. Just reflect upon it. There were 11 children in that family. 11 sons and daughters. Out of them, how come he stood out? How come there are so many schools, but the PYP stood out in their similar kind of the age group of the role that they did? It's because they discovered that secret power from within the child. Each one of the children, honestly, the most of the parents, they were having tears in their eyes. So what is that for? This is discovering that power. Can you and I also do it? This is what Vedanta is talking about. Swami Vivekananda says, which stands out in Baba Sahib's message to the country. A few decades ago of Baba Sahib was Swami Vivekananda. Now, what does he say? No success will come to you from haste, my child, not from haste. That means, hurry up, I want this. Where is the success? He said, if you develop purity within your mind, purity, be patient and persevere. Don't give up. 3 P's. And above all, love for all. When these 3 things happen, you will automatically find love for all. Tremendous tenacity will take birth into you. Think, there were tremendous uphill tasks for Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Unbelievable. Everybody of those days, the Brahmin, the Kshatriyas, must have tried to put him down. You can still see it is happening. The two years ago, on a Baba Sahib Ambedkar Jayanti, some miscreants went and did something very stupid. So who are those people? Those are the people, society, who actually don't like, please understand, they don't like themselves. Because they don't like themselves, so what do they find? That means what? They're impure. They're not pure. So what is the first quality? Is purification. So, look at a baby. Does the baby find any fault in anyone? No. Baby doesn't even find fault with himself. Let's say he's done potty. Even Papa must be saying, I can't do it, you do it. But notice, mother with a smiling face will go in. Baby is okay, happy, joyful. So notice, because of which, baby is not finding fault with himself or herself. Everybody loves the baby. Can you tell me one person who don't love to pick up the baby, a bubbly, chirpy baby? So what is that? Purified. That baby is pure. You have to do something. Let's say, what is impurity? What is purity? You notice you like some people because they may not be your type. They may be diametrically opposite of you. Like huge millions of people, they love these great leaders like Baba Sahib Ambedkar and the leaders of various religion practices. We love them. What is it? Because they're pure, purified themselves. Let's take impurity. What is impurity? Let's say everybody loves gold. You love to have 24 karat gold. You go to the gold shop, suppose you're doing one of those purchasing spree for Diwali or birthday or marriage anniversary, something, you ask, how many carat? Don't forget, your friends are also asking. Your wives and husbands are also asking. Don't forget, your mother and father is also asking, how many carat? I've given you all this opportunity. Where are you now? Isn't it? How much have you done for yourself to purify yourself? If you're not purified, you're impure. Impure meaning 18 karat, 14 karat, 20 karat. What happens when you are? Two things. One is pure gold is pure gold. It shines, everybody loves it. You may not make any ornament, but you'd like to have that little biscuit or something. You also, some of us, worship that gold also, meaning as a symbol of whichever way you like to believe in it. People have different approaches to that learning process to purify themselves. What is the second thing? Second thing, impurity, 18 karat. You got still 6 karat to go to reach 24. But in case of you and me, gold is okay. You know, it is impure with what? Maybe copper or something like that. Something else is there. When it is there, do you think 18 karat looks at himself and loves himself? Some may be absolutely, doesn't matter. I am like that. I get migraines. I have lower back pain. I can't work too much. My blood pressure is high. You see, they're all 18 karat, 14 karat like that. Like, what effort are you going to make that I don't need all those? I'm something beautiful. But who am I not connected with or purified from? From those evil things. Anger, jealousy, self, pity. I'm not okay. That guy is okay. You remember the ocean? That little waves? The moment the wave comes down, it becomes the ocean. Meaning what? It's infinite. Everything of the ocean is mine. What is that ocean in this example of today's, our reflection? Is the mind, Atman. Mind still does shine through you, just like the purified part of the mind. The impure part of the mind also shines through you. So you will see some people always walking around with a frown. Look at the people around you when you go to a public place. But the people who are smiling, joyful, happy, some do it, put on act. Not bad at all. You will say that's artificial. Yes, it is, but at least try copying, doing it till you make it. But keep trying that instead of trying, I don't like you. Or I want to shut the door and don't talk to me. Don't disturb me. What are you saying? I am not okay. So what should you do? Notice, just like the gold even in an 18 karat, you can still say, no, that's a gold piece. So, through you also, who is that you? 18, 20, 22 karat gold. Also the gold is expressing itself. So the mind does express through its purification that you are gold, or you are beautiful, you're perfect, you're very nice. So automatically, the more purified, more cheerful, more happy, more joy, that will come in. How do you know you're doing okay in the practices? You will find, like the baby, you will always find joy within you. You're joyful. Somebody will say, hey, what's wrong with you? You say, why? You're always smiling. Have you noticed? Some of us here, we always do that. Everybody will say, oh, he's very good, she's very good. I love to be with him, with her. So express the joy, and expression will come in when you persevere to hold that purification. Purification will bring in what? Automatically, patience. Notice, the baby is purified. Mommy has lots of patience with the baby. Automatically, the baby generates patience, and the baby is patient. Worst comes worst, and do one little whack, and somebody will come and purify. So purification is to start with, hold on to something. You know what is that? Let's say, I should not be rude, most important to myself. Who is myself? Who is this self? Is the Atman, is the Supreme Spirit, is the Brahman as per Vedanta. The Supreme is the cosmic consciousness. I'm okay. I need to do more to go to 24 karat. Second, I should not do wrong things. I should not do bribery and corruption. I should not expect things from others. I should not tell lies. I shall show. Ahimsa is what? No hatred toward anyone, no discrimination, including, most importantly, I myself. So when you do a good job, you're waiting for others to say, very nice, then you smile. Hey, why don't you tell yourself, well done, Robbin Ghosh, keep it up. Who's that Robbin Ghosh? When you close your eyes and tell yourself, I, what comes to you? Most probably, your face, your name comes to your mind, your eyes are closed. Comes to you, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm a child. I am a beggar. Where is it coming from? From you. So what do? What does the beggar do? Ek paisa de do. So what you're doing now, instead of diving within your own self, where it is like the ocean, all the wealth of the universe is lying there, you are going around begging one to the other. First, dive within yourself. Automatically, am I doing okay? Is my process okay? You will know. First is joy. You feel very happy. Second, you will find automatically there is a sense of well-being and empathy, compassion, meaning they're all actually one. He's feeling good about everything. People, you will start finding fault with other people. And those who do have still, you will know how to heal them. That's patience and purity. They're opposites of each other in the same coin. They're not opposite as in diametrically opposite like a love and hatred. They're both beautiful quality, automatically comes together. Patience is the virtue, takes birth from purity, and purity takes birth from patience. So don't give up. Look at Baba Ambedkar. What did he do? He took up where everything was against him, no? Can't do studies, can't take admissions, and from there he progressively kept on rising. So, can you and I do it? Everybody can. Where is it coming from? How do you know? You say, yeah, it's very easy to talk. You don't know my conditions. But look at these great examples. What does Vedanta say in this? He said Sat, Chit, Anand. What is Sat? Generally we think Sat is telling truth or Satya. No, it is not. Sat is existence. You say, I don't believe in all this self and junk. I don't exist. You can do that, no? So my question from Vedanta's point of view to ask you, who's saying it? Who is saying, I don't exist? You will say, I say, how can I say it if it doesn't exist? Can you understand? It doesn't stand to logic. So that's where the mistake is. That's the representation of the impurity in the goal. Sat is existence. Sat is what? Truth can never be wiped off. Truth shall always be there. So what is it? You are truthful. Your existence. Existence, Chit, is consciousness. Being aware. I'm a human. I'm not a donkey or a monkey. But you notice our education system, teachers used to call us Gadha. Because they themselves didn't know. Why Shankaracharya, at the age of 38, he left his body. 8 years of age, he became a monk. And in that little 30 years of age time, he's written down such things, travel everywhere, can't even believe. And in those days, everything is walking. Wherever you go, you see Shankaracharya there. What does he say? Acharya is a teacher. Shankara, in the name of Lord Shiva, parents gave him the name. Acharya is a teacher. What does Acharya mean? The one who lives what he talks, what he preaches. He lived that. You and I have to develop that, called consciousness. Chit. And when you do that, automatically Anand will come. Joy. So how do you know I'm doing okay, I'm right? You will find automatically you feel very nice and very quiet. And then these two develop and continue is called perseverance. Anything that you want to do, if you see that if you like doing it, you do it better. You become a great artist in it. Whether making aloo paratha, or jalebi, or playing cricket, or a piece of art, or playing sitar, or a beautiful Kathakali Bharatanatyam dancing, anything requires perseverance. And above all, love for all. This is what Swamiji is saying. So if you have purity, patience, and perseverance, ask yourself, tell yourself, it's okay, things are looking bad right now, that's alright. But I know I am that supreme soul. Let me work at it. Let me not out there going and getting that iPhone 10 or something else at the, where the happiness is, joy is. It is not. It will make you temporarily happy, certainly. If you get that, you will laugh and everybody said, wow, very nice. Momentary. What does Vedanta say? Anityam, Anityam, Anityam. It's not. And it goes on to say, Shanikam, Shanikam, Shanikam. It's just for a moment. It will come and it will go. And suddenly you find that peace is now lying like a chalk within a short time. But those which is eternal, which will never go away, is called existence, Sat, Chit, consciousness. I am not this body. If when you say it with your eyes closed, and you get a divine light of a beautiful light all around you, I am the Atman. I am the Supreme Consciousness. You will find automatically will take birth called persevere. Don't give up. Easy to give up. Anybody, all of you have excelled somewhere or the other in your life. How have you done it? If you look carefully, let's say you were writing a very special letter. Love letter, or maybe an application for getting a passport. You notice, you wrote it, you crumpled it, threw it off, wrote it again, crumpled it and threw it off, and eventually you said, this is okay. So what did you do? You persevered. And when you do all this, and above all, love for all, love yourself. It's not kind of being egotistic. Now, ego brings in a little bit of, to a great extent, of selfishness. But what is ego? Ego is like, you all sprout moong dal and things like that. What is that? Can you sprout the moong dal if its husk is missing? The husk is important. What is husk? Husk is the ego in you and me. It is required to be done for the husk to fall off and the sprout to come in. When you remove the husk, life is not there. It's not going to sprout. So, you and I need to work with this threesome ball. What should you do? Learn to sit still. Learn to be silent sometimes. We love to, whether talking, or even listening, watching TV, or even texting. They're all called not silence. Your mind is continuously. So what is happening? If you say, I don't know what is happening, my mobile is always discharged by half of the day. I have to check my battery. Why don't you check the apps that you got in your, which is running in the background all the time. You don't look at it. So you got apps running in your head all the time, which makes you, I'm not okay. Nobody loves me. Just close your eyes, sit at home, close the door if you like, and just say to yourself, try this experiment. Just for 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, tell yourself, I'm alone. What will happen to me when I grow old? Who will take care of me? Nobody loves me. Just see what will happen to you. Your head will go down. Try another thing. Not feeling good. I don't know, I should do something. I'm not feeling good. Go to the neighbor's house. Ding dong, neighbor comes. Hi, can I play with your child for 5 minutes? Can I make a cup of coffee for you, please? Or go out shopping and buy a kg of apple and go and say, Mom, I brought it for you. I was thinking about apple just now. Your gloominess is gone. Where does it come from? Only thinking about self, myself. Who's this I? I'm this body, I'm this face. No, you're not that. You think it is so. Remember the example we talked about? You walked in here, first person, And you come in and you find a huge snake sitting there. Immediately run, security, snake, snake, snake. Maybe it is a little dark so you can't see. Security comes and switches on the light or your mobile flash and you say, no ma'am, that is just a rope. So what is it? You jump to conclusion, presumed that rope to be a snake. And that is called, comes in within you and me, is the not 24 but 18 and 20. All of us have to make that journey. If you don't, you will still do it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe 10 years from today. Maybe you will not do it in this life. Maybe you'll do it next life. As long as you don't do it, you've got to keep on making the journey. What happens to the oceanic wave? If it doesn't learn how to be silent, how to be still, it stays as a wave. It will become bigger and bigger and feel very happy. I'm a very big wave. What happens? Go and slam into the beach, and now the wave has vanished. It becomes water, goes back into the ocean, becomes another wave. And you and I will do that again and again and again till we learn to be calm and peaceful. So try telling the wave, you are not a wave, you are water. This is what plants is. What is water? This is why touch yourself on top. Can you see it become wet? On the side, in the bottom, inside of you, put your hand in water. You and I are supreme consciousness. I'm not this body. This is my journey to find out. It's my journey to find out from the children that they are perfect. And that's the result of Baba Ambedkar or the great masters of the world. They have come from the simple background. Potential of the seed is inside that. And they have grown out of the husk of the ego or self-pity. What have they become? 330 feet tall tree. Everybody goes and sits under the shelter of that tree. And whether the birds or the insects, and everybody wants that tree. You also want to love to sit there. Like that. That seed has the potential. Your child has the potential. You and I have the potential. Look, the moment you do that, what's coming in? An awareness. That's called journey to purity. What will it bring up? Automatically patience. So what do the grandmas say? Don't let it bother you. Sab theek ho jayega. Don't they say? I remember my grandma used to tell my mother, she used to be so upset. Look at this guy. And we are 5 brothers and a sister. I was the only wicked one. My grandma, she used to love me a lot. I was the only one allowed to sleep with her. She used to read to me and she used to tell my mother, don't be something. Where did it come from? Patience. They've learned it. So wish you good luck. Have a beautiful day. Thank you very much.